Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jenifer. In today's video, I'm going to share a few helpful tips to help you pass your co-op board Zoom interview. Today's remote culture has been an adjustment for many of us, as we were forced to work from home since early March of last year. During that time, the real estate business changed. We were doing sale transactions remotely, closings remotely, and board interviews. Most likely, this new way of doing business will continue long past the pandemic, which is why I wanted to do this video on how to prepare for your Zoom board interview meeting. Co-ops began back in the 19th centuries, while condos didn't become common until the 1970s, meaning that most of those beautiful brownstones and pre-war buildings that people love are co-ops. Co-ops actually make 75% of the housing market in New York City. Now let's get right into it. Firstly, congratulations. This is the last part of your co-op purchase process. At this point, the board has already reviewed your board package and you're good on paper. Now they're scheduling a meeting to meet with you to see a little bit more about your personality and your abilities to coexist peacefully with your neighbors. Now here's a few tips to keep in mind. Number 1, present your best self, be on time, and dress professionally. Since it's a Zoom meeting, I would say dress business casual. Sit in a nice, neat, quiet place in your home. Much like a job interview, you want to present your best self. You want to be on time and you want to be prepared. The board is looking for someone that is going to be a good addition to the community. Number 2, be prepared for your co-op board interview. Know your application and be prepared to answer some uncomfortable questions. Most likely at this point, you haven't seen your purchase application package in quite some time, so make sure to prepare yourself and familiarize yourself with what's in the package. Questions about your previous employer, your financial stability could be uncomfortable, but once you familiarize yourself with your application, you pretty much know what the board is going to ask. Number 3, review the house rules before the interview. You don't want it to come as a surprise when you hear certain things are not allowed in the building. If you have any issues with some of the policies within the house rules, this is not the time to express them. You don't want to come off as too bossy or opinionated. Number 4, avoid hot topics like politics. Legally, the board is allowed to ask you about your political views, but try not to bring it up. And if you are asked, answer it honestly and respectfully. Number 5, try not to overshare during your board interview. I know it might be tempting and you might want to share your whole entire life history with the board, but short and sweet is the name of the game. Just answer the questions that you're asked. There's no need to volunteer any additional information. Number 6, avoid conversations about large renovations. This is not the time to go into detail about future renovation plans you might have in mind. Remember, the board is looking for a considerate neighbor and someone that is not going to disrupt the community. If they do ask the specific questions about renovations, I would say something along the lines as you might want to do a few updates while following the principles outlined in the building house rules. Number 7, trying to not mention that you would like to be part of the building board. Avoid saying things like you would like to change some of the policies within the house rules or you would like a position of power in the building. If you are asked, be honest and say you'll be willing to help out if the opportunity presented itself. Number 8, talk to your real estate agent before your interview. If you have any questions about the building, about the neighborhood, about the apartment, this is a great time to discuss that with them. They will also be able to prepare you, as most likely they're familiar with the building. They might know some board members or even know some owners. Now let's go over some of the common questions that are asked in a co-op board interview. Remember, these questions are asked for a specific reason. The board wants to know what kind of community member you're going to be. Number 1, what made you choose this building? 2, why do you want to live in this neighborhood? 3, are you confident you could comfortably afford the mortgage and maintenance fee? 4, what are your hobbies? 5, do you work from home? 6, will you run for a position on the board? 7, what are your renovations plans? 8. Do you host many parties? 9. Do you play any instruments? 10. How often do you have guests stay over? Be sure to go over your possible answers to these questions. This is a great opportunity for you to shine. You're already good on paper, so the response to the board questions are going to give them a better idea of your character and your personality. I'm sure you're going to do amazing at your Zoom board interview. If you have any questions, please email me at my email listed below. Good luck, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. My channel is about reaching financial freedom by investing in yourself and in real estate. Thank you so much for watching.